The last time we met, I was painting the kitchen. I intend to pay someone to go round the top. It's far too high for me to reach, and I'm very nervous when it comes to height, so it's better just to be safe than sorry. Now that the painting is done for the most part, I now have to think about making the cabinets. I'm not going to jump straight into it. Decided to make a practice cabinet out of 1/2-inch plywood. This will enable me to figure out what I could do and what I couldn't do. And here's what I found out. Firstly, the circular saw was too heavy, too big, so I bought a much smaller, lighter one. Another thing I learned from making the practice cabinet base was the jig I made previously was okay for cutting down large strips of wood, but wasn't useful for cross cuts. So I made a smaller jig, which seemed to sort that problem out. I also learned that I need to buy some right angle clamps to help me join the pieces together. What I decided was I needed more practice. So I made probably about 3 or 4 boxes where I could practice these basic skills like cutting the wood straight, joining the pieces of wood together using screws and getting the screws in correctly. You'd be surprised how difficult that is, making sure everything's lined up. Then sanding stuff down and making it look finished. At this stage, it's all about practicing the basic skills. I ended up making 3 boxes and each one posed a different set of problems. I was fed up of making boxes, so I thought I'm going to use some of the leftover wood and see if I can make something out of it. It don't matter if I spoil it, it's leftovers. I chose the largest offcut and set to work. I had a vague idea of what I wanted to build, but to be honest, I was more concerned with practicing the skills I would need to make the cabinets. So cutting wood, making sure it's straight, making sure it's square, joining wood together, even putting in screws is a challenge if you don't line it up properly. Those are all the things I wanted to practice. So here's how it went. At first, I decided to make a simple table with the offcut. Secure the legs onto the table. I used some right angle brackets, but on reflection, I don't think that was the best method. So it's a learning experience, I know, but I will rethink this. It was at this point I decided I will make, or try to make, a coffee or tea station. So I made yet another box that I used as the drawer and wrestled with it to get it in and straight and to open and close. It was a whole thing. I decided to add a trim, but I refused to spend any more money on practice wood, so I practiced my skills at cutting the thin slither of wood for the trim, and I was pleased with how well the small jig cut very thin pieces of wood. I gave it a final sand and a wipe down. I primed it. And then slapped 2 coats of white paint on it. And I'm done. It's not perfect, for sure, but it's not bad for a first go. I'm happy with that. quite pleased with my efforts. I'm tooting my own horn, toot toot. Until next time.